What's going on, guys? Dr. Jabal, MedSchoolInsiders.com. With the holiday season upon us, it was just Black Friday yesterday, we got Cyber Monday coming up. I know a lot of you are looking at what headphones to buy. So in this video, we're gonna go over the best headphones for students. Now, rather than just telling you which headphones I use, I want to show you the thought process behind why I think certain headphones are better suited for students than others. So there are 4 criteria. Number 1, the portability and the convenience, because using something that is more portable and easier to use is going to be more conducive to studying, going to the gym, doing all those functions without having the headphones actually get in your way. Number 2 is going to be comfort, because if you're listening for prolonged periods while you are studying, then you're going to need something that's comfortable, otherwise it's going to become a distraction. Number 3, and arguably the most important, is going to be the noise isolation or cancellation. I say this is very important for a couple reasons. So number 1, if you listen to music in loud environments, you're at a coffee shop or you're commuting, you're on the bus, whatever, then cranking up your music to drown out the background noise, very, very bad for your ears. You do not want to do that. And then number 2 is if you're studying in, let's say, a coffee shop again, you don't want to get distracted by the sounds around you. You want your headphones to isolate those sounds or cancel them out so you can focus on your work at hand. And number 4, sound quality. I would actually say sound quality is the least important out of these criteria. Now you may be saying, that's blasphemy. How can you say that sound quality is not important? Hear me out. So ultimately, these headphones, the way I see them, is they're a tool for you as a student. You want to be able to study for prolonged periods of time, and you want to maybe go to the gym, work out, do things like that without the headphones getting in the way. So sound quality is important, but most headphones these days, they sound pretty good. I mean, if you want to do reference, then I would recommend something like these HD 600s by Sennheiser. Sound amazing, but terrible for day-to-day use as a student. Like, I'm not going to work out in these, right? So as a student, for your day-to-day use, you're studying or you're working out, the sound quality isn't the most important thing. The music is going to be in the background, and you're not going to be focusing on every little detailed nuance of the music. Now, because these headphones are a tool, it's obviously important how you use the tool because it's only as good as your use for it. I'm going to go into the best types of music to listen to while you study or while you want to be productive in a separate video on the Med School Insiders channel. So look out for that. So there are 2 criteria when it comes to portability and convenience. Number 1, you got cans. These are very big, like the AKG K7XXs. They don't fold, not very portable. You got the Ultimate Ears UE6000s. These do fold, so a little bit more portable. And then you got something like Iems. These are the Shure SC215s, and these are tiny. They go in like this small sleeve, they can go anywhere with you, they can fit in your pocket. And secondly, is it Bluetooth or wired? It's 2018, most of our phones don't have a headphone jack anymore, and I would argue that's actually for the best. As a student, having Bluetooth headphones, like these Beats X headphones, it's going to be much more convenient for you to use than having something wired. If you're at the gym working out, huge difference. If you are studying and you want to keep your phone away from you so you're not distracted, but you want to get up, use the bathroom, use the whiteboard, etc., having Bluetooth, game changer, trust me. The second criteria is the comfort. So again, with these cans, you got over the ear and you got on the ear. So with these over the ear headphones, your ear actually fits within the cup, so you're not getting any pressure. These are much more comfortable for long periods of time. Having something on the ear like this, the actual padding is going to be sitting on your ear, not as comfortable for long periods of time. And when it comes to the Iems, with these different tips, you got like foam tips, you got these plastic silicone tips, it's going to be a matter of finding the best ones that fit your ears. And most people can find something that is comfortable, it just takes a little bit of experimentation. Number 3 is noise isolation or cancellation. So noise isolation is a passive process. It's like when you wear earplugs. It just blocks out all the noise. You are isolated from external noise. Noise cancellation is an active process. Bose set the industry standard with their Quiet Comfort series, and that's where you actually use microphones within the headphone, and they essentially invert the sound waves so that you cancel out consistent, constant frequencies. So like on a plane, the noise of the engine, something that's very constant, like a constant frequency. As a student, I would argue you need to go for one of the two, isolation or cancellation. I prefer isolation because it's just way more effective. Noise cancellation will always allow crying babies or people talking loudly near you. Cancellation is really only good for, again, those constant frequencies, the hums, the, maybe like rain, things like that. Now, when it comes to isolation, you got two options. First of all, you got open backed cans. So these have like zero isolation. If I put these on, I can hear everything going in and out. You have closed cans like these, or a cult classic, the Audio-Technica M50s. These are closed. So decent isolation. But if you really want good isolation, you need to go with Iems. And with Iems, you can get different tips. You can have like the silicone tips that have multiple, like the triple flange tips. Super good at isolating. I don't find those as comfortable, so I go with the foam tips. These you do have to replace after a couple months, but they're super comfortable and they isolate sound very well. They're almost like having earplugs. They don't block out nearly as much sound as earplugs do, but they're like a happy medium. Now, because of this reason, because of the importance of isolation or cancellation, I don't think that the Apple AirPods are actually good headphones for most students. They're earbuds, and as a result, they don't do any isolation or cancellation. Now, the Apple AirPods, people have like nothing but great things to say about them. They are super convenient. I mean, the implementation is very seamless. It's excellent, and they don't even sound bad. But because they lack isolation or cancellation, which I think is one of the most important criteria for students, I can't really recommend them as being well suited for most students. And lastly, the sound quality. I have too many headphones. I need to get rid of some of these, but the sound quality of each of these is pretty decent. You got the AKG K7XX, the Audio-Technica M50s, the Philips Fidelio X2s, Sennheiser HD600s. Each of them has a different sound signature, but if you're studying, again, those other three criteria are going to be more important than the sound quality. Now, as for the headphones that I use, I never thought I would be recommending this brand because, back in the day when I was getting into headphones, Beats was known for being overpriced and lower sound quality compared to Audio-Technica, Sennheiser, things like that. So these are my daily drivers, the Beats X Iems, and they're definitely not the best sounding. My Shure SE215s or my Etymotic HF5s, these were my daily drivers for like 6 years. Incredible, super durable, super great sound quality, very tiny, very portable. The Beats don't sound as good as either of those, but they're just so much more convenient. They have the W1 chip that is also included in the AirPods, so they work seamlessly across all of my Apple devices. They are super comfortable. The battery life is good enough for my needs. I got some custom foam tips from Amazon that were super cheap, and they're also relatively affordable. So if you would like to check these out or any of the other headphones I mentioned, I will have links to all of them down in the description below. And I've been daily driving these for over a year. And if I'm studying, I'm probably wearing these. If I'm working out at the gym, again, I'm probably wearing these. I'm using them every single day. I am very, very happy with these. Now, I know that's probably not what you guys were expecting. Let me know what you think. I'm sure that I'm gonna get a lot of flack because a lot of people love the Apple AirPods. But again, just that isolation, cancellation, or lack thereof is a deal breaker for me. And for that reason, I can't really recommend it to most students. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.